As always, Ted, kick us off. Who do you have as your winner of the week?
The NBA Cup announced last night. I guess finalized perhaps. I think it's going to be awesome. And I like the way that they structured it. I think there was always this thing hanging over with the players, like they didn't want to play any more games, but they found a way to make this to where all of the um all of the games for the tournament are going to be count towards regular season, except for the championship game. And there's pretty decent payoff for the winners of the cup. I think it's at the right time to get people. It's really taking advantage of that bowl break. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Of college football. So I don't know. I think all in all, maybe it's because I don't consider myself like an NBA, like a hardcore, like a guy that has to have everything the same as it's always been, because I'm sure there's going to be some haters to it, but I think it's awesome.
Little in-season tournament action.
Yeah.
What is it? $500,000 for each guy?
Half a million to the winner. I think 200,000 to second place. All of the games, like I said, are going to be structured like the group play, quarterfinals, semifinals. All of that are going to count towards your 82 in-season games. The only one that doesn't is the final, which is was it December 12th or something like that, I believe. So I think it's going to work out really cool, and it's a way to get more people locked in. I know it doesn't technically mean anything because you got the finals, but I don't know. I feel like it's something that fan bases and people maybe that are casual observers of the sport can find themselves looking at, and hey, it's something else to gamble on.
Yeah. And it's just, I think the NBA's been searching for ways, and the Thunder schedule is about to come out right now, like as we're recording this. I think it's the NBA. They've been searching for ways to make the fans feel like the regular season's important, right? Because of the load management stuff, because let's be real, that some of the star players, they kind of treat the regular season like it's not that important. So it's just something to spice it up, man. Create some conversation, some chatter, some coverage. I think it's a good little experiment that they're trying. A lot of people compare it to, European soccer and how all of that functions over there. But this is something they've been doing in the WNBA, and it's been successful. It's been fun to follow, or at least for me. And yeah, I'm interested to see how it goes, but it'll make some of the regular season games feel like they matter a little more. At least I think that's their hope. I'm all for it. Why
No,
not?
I think that is the fact that they worked it into the 82 games, I think is like the most critical part of it,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't see a negative at all right now with it. And there's going to be people that say it's meaningless or whatever if you're just trying to find a way to nitpick it, but all in all, I think it's awesome. And that $500,000 is not very much to a guy that's making $48 million a year. I get that. But not everyone on the roster is making $48 million a year. There's a lot of guys on there that are making like was it 900K is the league minimum, something like that.
Yeah.
If you win that, some of the down roster guys, you're talking about a half season worth of a bonus right there.
Yeah. It's going to matter a lot to those guys. And believe it or not, some of the star players, they want those bottom of the roster guys to get more money.
Yeah.
Right. So hopefully that creates a little buy-in. I think that's another thing the NBA is hoping is that.
And they've been suffering ratings wise, and anything that draws more attention, I think, is good. At least I think.
No, I'm with you. All right, who do you have as your loser of the week?
This one may be a stretch.
Okay.
MLS. So Messi playing has been awesome, and he scored another goal last night. And now Miami is like obviously the team to beat. They're on a tear right now. But is it making the league look really bad that he's scoring this many, this easy, and one player makes this big of a difference? And I know he's not just one player, but is there that aspect at all?
There's definitely something to that, right? There's just no denying, because it's now, if it was prime Messi, right, then it's a different conversation. But this
Right.
is,
He's
twilight
not
of the career
washed.
Messi.
He's not washed. He's still incredible. But yeah, I don't know. It's
I hear you, but I think this is the best situation imaginable for the MLS. I
yeah.
think everyone that owns the team is going, "Oh my God, I love you, Messi. You're the best. Like, keep scoring goals." That's what people want to see. Like,
If here's the thing, if it was, and I know it's on Apple, right?
yeah,
Um, and I watched because it happened to come across the timeline the other night. I watched and I flipped it over there and I saw like the incredible ending to this game. It was awesome. Um, but like if it was more accessible and I saw that he was playing, and it wouldn't even matter who they're up against. Like what I would flip it over to the channel and watch it. I just would. And I'm not even a huge soccer fan. It's to me, it's almost like, would you and I haven't seen it in a while, but there for a while, it was awesome. Like when KD would go to Rucker Park
yeah,
and just like, I mean, it's not
have
to
like
that level.
60.
Yeah, it's like, okay, I still want to see the best in the world go and do their thing. It really doesn't matter who they're playing against. And it may even be cooler to see him go up against a lower standard of opponent to a
My
certain degree.
Yeah, because I can't believe I watched some of it also. My favorite part is and I don't know. I'm not going to pretend I know the roster for Inter Miami other than Messi, but a guy got knocked down and the team they were playing kind of got kicked at the ball, and Messi came up and like walked up on him and was letting him know. I was like, I love this guy,
Yeah. You
which
got to
was cool.
you got to develop a bond pretty quickly, find out you
Yeah.
stand up for your guys. I don't know. I don't know where he's at in his career, but I know this. You got a penalty kick that's anywhere within striking range, look out. That's the coolest to watch that, watch him figure out what he's going to do there. It's awesome.
And this is something you and I talk about this when it comes to quarterbacks in the National Football League. Like how it changes your day to day as a player when you've got one of those guys. Like, from what I understand, Inter Miami was not good
They're terrible.
before he got there. And yeah, he's got 9 goals in 6 games. I think that's right.
Mm-hmm.
He scored in all 6.
Mm-hmm.
But I think like the Messi effect that he's having on his teammates, like how those guys carry themselves, what they believe when it comes to what they can accomplish as a team. It's hard to measure it, man. It's hard to measure it. But I bet if you go ask those guys, Ted, they're like, yeah, we feel like different human beings because he's on our team.
And here, I don't know what the streaming numbers look like, but I know that there are a lot of Messi fans in the world, and you got to be thinking like before he was here, I don't know who all's watching the stream of this game, but now that he is, there might be a billion people watching me right now. I better have my best game.
That's a good point. That's a good point. I think that's called like the Hawthorne effect, like how you
Yeah.
change your behavior when someone is watching. That's recalling from like my sophomore year of college.
I
That
like
could
that.
be completely incorrect, but I'm pretty sure that's right.
I like it.
All right, let's get to my winner and loser of the week. But first,
John Vance Auto Group has been serving Oklahomans for 40 years, family owned and operated. They've got 9 full service dealerships in Woodward, Miami, and Guthrie. No matter what your vehicle needs are, John Vance Auto Group has you covered. They carry domestic brands such as Ford, Lincoln, Chevy, Buick, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, Jeep, and Wagoneer. John Vance Auto Group's goal is to give unequaled service and to exceed customers' expectations in every way. which is why they have their lifetime loyalty program. And here's how it works. You buy a new or used car from them. All you have to do is get all of the manufacturer recommended maintenance done at the Vance dealership. And if something goes wrong with the components of your engine, transmission, drive, axle, or transfer unit, they will cover the repair costs. It's a great deal. You can browse their entire inventory or find the John Vance dealership near you at vanceautogroup.com.
And First Fidelity Bank is a full-service financial institution based in Oklahoma with tailored solutions for all your personal and business needs. Checking accounts, saving accounts, home loans, and much more. They do it all. Whether it's online banking from your computer or mobile banking from your phone, everything is stress-free with FFB. Making mobile deposits, paying bills online, and moving money to different accounts could not be easier. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, make your life easier and go bank with First Fidelity Bank. Visit ffb.com for more information. All right, for my winner of the week, thought about going with the Dallas Cowboys. Always good when you can get a deal done with the best guard and best right guard in all of football. Zack Martin is back, an additional $8.5 million over the next 2 years for him. They needed to get this deal done, and everyone's happy. Organization, Zack, probably no one happier than Dak Prescott, though. That's got to be a good feeling.
Yeah. And remember, a lot of people were pissed at Jerry whenever he took Zack Martin instead of Johnny Manziel. Nice pick.
Yeah. Nice pick. He's only going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Yeah,
And
we had just watched them or just played against them that year. So yeah, got to see him up close and personal. He's legit.
Yeah. Also thought about going with the New York Jets. Signed Dalvin Cook. Now he's coming off shoulder surgery, but you think about what that backfield for Aaron Rodgers could be now. If you watch the new episode of Hard Knocks, the offensive line play has to improve, or else there are going to be some struggles there offensively, even though they got all these weapons. But Breece Hall is going to be back off that ACL, right? If they can figure things out along the offensive line, like Dalvin Cook and Breece Hall in the same backfield, not to mention Michael Carter. Also, Michael Carter is going to be your third running back. That's a pretty solid situation to be in.
Yeah, no, it is. You're right though. That offensive line, it sure helps to have those weapons and be able to spread the football around. Will help the offensive line out, but at some point, you just got to be able to protect, man.
Yeah, but my winner of the week, Kansas football. The administration's all in, man. Did you see all this stuff?
Woo. Yeah.
Now I'm a huge Lance Leipold fan. And, I've had the chance to develop a good relationship with Coach Leipold, and just he's all about football. He's a realist, right? He knows where they still need to improve as a program. Guy, he's just a no-nonsense guy. He kind of reminds me of Coach Stoops, right? Just the way he approaches everything. But Travis Goff, the athletic director there, like that administration, they are backing him and investing in the program. A lot of people probably already saw the video, their new locker room and their new weight room, and those things are sweet. But the university announced a massive upgrade to their stadium, the football complex. They're doing stuff to Allen Fieldhouse. And this is all in like phase 1 of a gigantic project for them. Small price tag of $300 million, Ted. This is kind of your area, right? This real estate stuff. Like I assume you dove in on this, and give me your thoughts. What do you think?
I think it looks awesome. I think, it's a huge investment. I really like what they're doing. I mean, the new thing is, building these stadiums and these facilities, but having the real estate around it for, whenever you've got games, obviously, whenever you've got basketball games, you want people to congregate in these areas and turn it into a hub. And that's what people around the country are doing. That's what Kansas is going to do with the area they're creating right around that spot. It's what Oklahoma's been trying to do with the new basketball arena. It's what people are doing because it works, and it gets people, someone that may not be so interested in going to the game will do it because there's stuff to do around there, and you draw a bunch of maybe more of the casual fans out to come come be in the area than you would generally. So I think it's a home run for them.
Yeah. And just looking at the design, they're calling that the Gateway District,
Yeah.
which pretty sweet name. Now it's like multi-use spaces. There's going to be a conference center. I guess there's going to be a lot of different amenities for students, retail, right? Bars, restaurants, like really, really jazzing Lawrence up around the football stadium and around Allen Fieldhouse. And it seems like they've got even bigger plans in the future when you start looking at phase 2 and phase 3 of this thing. But just from, reading some of the quotes from the leadership there, I think it's going to have a huge economic impact on Lawrence and going to create a bunch of jobs. And the plans look incredible. Now, there's some debate about the lights and what they're doing with their football stadium, but listen, they're upgrading one of the worst stadiums in the country. So they're investing in it, and it seems like they're taking it very seriously. I'm excited for Kansas fans. This looks awesome.
Yeah. No, I think it does. It all looks great. Like the mock-ups and everything are amazing. That mock-up also has that stadium completely packed, right? It doesn't work unless you continue to win, right?
Yeah.
And continue to get more and more improvement. I mean, I'm sure at some point that place was a bustling live stadium with a bunch of people there showing up on game days, but you lose and you lose and you lose season after season. You just can't fill it up. So like this all works only if they continue to show improvement in their football field for a football team.
No doubt about it. All right, for my loser of the week, thought about going with Daryl Morey. Ooh, this is getting good. I mean, the guy has built so much around James Harden. He did it in Houston. He's doing it in Philadelphia now. And James Harden came out. Here's the full quote. Daryl Morey is a liar, and I will never be part of an organization he's a part of. And he said it twice. He was like, I want to make sure you hear me. The drama, the NBA drama, Harden just blowing it up in another city. Just, this is the good stuff, Ted. This is the good stuff.
I don't have a full understanding of this situation, but it sounds like he's calling him a liar because he told James Harden that he was going to find a place to trade him, right?
I don't know, because the thing is, he opted in, right?
Yeah. Well, he said, at least I thought that I read or heard that he said, if you opt in, we'll find a place to trade you. And now he said that we can't find anyone. We're not going to trade you. But the other part of that, like James Harden has to understand, like he's not a liar if the trade doesn't exist to where they can get like something adequate for him. Right? Like, I'll trade you, but there has to be like a willing partner that's willing to make a deal that's worthy of us doing. I'm not just gonna, just because I like you, I'm not gonna trash the organization because just to appease you. It seems strange to me.
Yeah, it is. It's strange, but I love it. And I can't wait to see how it plays out. It's gonna be great.
I'm with you.
Gosh, I love some NBA drama. I also thought about going with the Iron Skillet. TCU, another rivalry game gone. Ted, TCU announced that it will indefinitely pause its series with SMU after they play in 2025. Just for reference, kind of a reference point, they're playing for the 102nd time this season. And just like a lot of other great college football rivalries that appear to be going away as a result of realignment, the battle for the Iron Skillet going to be no more. The schools are like 35 miles apart.
It seems like an odd casualty. Like,
yeah.
That's a weird one.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's because, the Big 12 is going to continue to play 9 conference games, right? Mm-hmm. Brett Yormark said that on John Oran's podcast. And I don't know if that has something to do with it. And they're like, hey, we don't really want to play you guys. I don't know, but
That's weird.
another rivalry game bites the dust.
Did they say they're not going to play it or not going to schedule it?
They said it is being discontinued,
Wow.
indefinitely paused. I don't know. Indefinitely, that's a long time. Typically.
I guess the only thing that I thought of is like if SMU is about to make some conference move,
Yeah,
like into the Big 12, and maybe that's why they're not scheduling it. So I don't know. It's a weird casualty.
Yeah, or the Pac-12, like what's
Yeah.
gonna the Pac-12 and the American gonna merge somehow, and I don't know. So we'll see. But yeah, but my loser of the week, The Blind Side. Now there's two sides to this story. So Michael Orr's version says that the Tui family tricked him into signing a conservatorship, didn't actually adopt him, and that he didn't get any money from the movie while the Tui family did. Right. And then you've got the Tui's response via their lawyers saying, kind of, hey, we have the receipts that we offered to split anything that we got from the movie with Mike. Basically, they're defending their honor and saying that he's tried to like shake him down for $15 million multiple times. Ted, this whole thing is wild. It is sad. I don't like reading it because I think that's a movie and a book that a lot of people love, but this seems like it is heading down a path of getting very ugly.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess I don't know what to believe. Like I have a hard time believing that it took Michael Orr 15 years to understand the relation, the conservatorship or whatever it was. I mean, the movie was made like 08 or 09, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, that sounds right. And Mike and I were teammates in Tennessee. Awesome guy, smart guy. And let me tell you, man, he hates that movie. And it
Sure.
wasn't the fact like he
What everyone
hates.
says when they meet him, right? It's like it's the first thing he has to talk about.
Well, it's not even that. It was, and I talked to him about it. He did not love the fact that they portrayed him as an idiot because he's not. But this was such a fun conversation. I think the thing that made him most upset was they portrayed him as a guy that like didn't know how to play football until the Tuies like influenced him. He was like, "No, I was a badass, man. What are you like? I was awesome at football my entire life." So I think that part really bothered him. But yeah, I was like the Tui family when I was playing with the Titans and he was on the team. Like the Tui family came to games. Like I met SJ because of Mike, and he also had a relationship with Mettenberger, who I was good buddies with. But yeah, like hung out with him quite a few times in Nashville. So that's how I was just sad seeing how this is playing out. I just
Yeah.
I hate seeing it, but it we'll see how it ends up getting settled, right, in court. But yeah, this is
Not a good look for anyone. Like I see people
no.
trying to
There are no winners here, right?
no. They're trying to say Sandra Bullock should have to give up the whatever award she won for it. It's like,
Best
hang on a
actress.
second. Best actress. Hang on a second. She's playing a role off of a script. Okay. That to me, that's ridiculous. The other thing is like Hollywood knows how to make movies. The story's not very compelling if there's not some like type of like I'm not saying they had to portray it exactly how it is, but there has to be like some type of swing in how he play. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like
Right.
it's the Hollywood version. And it's like that in everything that they do. When they take some actual event and turn it into a movie, they have to add drama throughout. It's just how Hollywood operates. I mean,
Yeah.
it makes it more compelling, I guess, to watch.
Yeah, and that's the because this story, like I do think it was an inspirational story to a lot of people, right? Like, yeah, hey, doing good things for people in need, right? But now with all these details coming out, I don't know that no one's ever going to look at that book or that movie the same. I would assume. Like,
Right.
do they have to add a little disclaimer at the front of the movie now? Like, hey, by the way, they didn't actually adopt him. He was awesome at football already. He's not a complete moron. Like, do they have to add that in like on the screen before, or maybe is that a post credits like some notes?
Based on actual events that took place in no manner consistent with the way we portray them.
Yes, yes. This is based on a true story, loosely based on a true story. But yeah, now I will say my number one takeaway from this whole thing is uh, Mike deserves money for that movie. The fact that he's gotten no money is insane.
Yeah.
And you can say, "Oh, well, he signed legal documents, blah blah blah." I don't care. The dude, give that dude some money for that movie. Like it's
Well,
insane.
I'm shocked by that. And I don't know how that, uh, yeah, I don't know.
The part where it does get a little interesting is, I guess, the lawyer that did the conservatorship also maybe negotiated the thing with the studio, also happens to be the Tui's lawyer. There's some, okay, what's going on here? When you read through it now, there's two sides to every story. And I don't think we have all the information quite yet, but yeah, there's definitely some of the details of it where you go, that seems a little murky, you know?
Yeah, to base an entire movie off of his story, and like it's not like they used another name like someone else. Like it was totally like marketed and everything that it of who the story is about.
There's like pictures of him playing football at the end of the movie.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a shock. And I
Yeah,
don't
so
know, frankly, I don't know how like that would have ever I'm shocked that he ever allowed that to happen.
yeah, that's where I want to know more about that.
Like he was already in the pros when that movie came out.
Yeah. It was playing really well too.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's just weird that he allowed that at the time.
Yeah. I think overall though, it's just and there's probably going to be more coming out from both sides on this. It just made me sad, man.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.